Greg, hi! 3 years, jeez. It feels like we've known each other for so much longer than that. How are you? I was actually able to get stuff done today, so I beat the timer for once in my life. I'm happy to be back with y'all. Thank you. I'm happy to be back with y'all for real this time. I'm so happy to be home, and I don't want to move from this spot specifically for the next few months. I am so happy to be home near my bed. But I'm good. The trip home went well. We spent the weekend, or not the weekend, like yesterday, selling some of my grandpa's old music equipment. We did that. And yeah, things are going well. We've just been relaxing. My mom has 2 weeks before she goes back to work for school, so there's that. So we're gonna try and spend these next 2 weeks just like chilling, relaxing, because we haven't gotten to do that all summer. I know, she literally woke me up this morning and was like, I have 2 weeks before I have to go back to work. Ugh. Oh, really? Y'all haven't had summer break yet? Interesting. How long does her summer break last? Because I know for Georgia, it's 2 months. For Florida, it's like a month. Ah, okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. I feel like summer breaks were longer when I was in elementary school. I don't know why they cut them back. Teachers deserve longer breaks. Okay, so I wanted to finish the Archon quest in Genshin today because last Genshin stream that I had, we were like smack dab in the middle of that thing. So I want to finish it. And then I don't know what I want to do afterwards. I know my stream today is going to be like 3 hours-ish because I have some psychology schoolwork to do. So it's going to be 3 hours instead of 4. But I'm hoping that tomorrow, should everything go well and I finish all my psychology work, I'll be able to do 4-hour Turnabout Thursday with you guys. So let me jump in, let me log into the PlayStation, and you shall get going. That's not the screen that I need. I need to remember how to stream. It's been so long. Yeah, it is hard work, but I'm really enjoying my school though. If all goes well, I should graduate next year, so that's exciting. Getting a bachelor's degree in a year and then diving right back in to get my master's. But it's been good so far. It's been pretty fun. Oh, is the summer event going on? Does Genshin need to update? Like, let me check for an update for Genshin real quick. Okay, Genshin is updating. It's like halfway there. What can I do in the meantime? Let's see. I do not want to torture myself in Resident Evil 2 for 20 minutes. That's not happening. Let me see. There's 16 minutes left in the download time. What to do, what to do. What other games do I have in my library? I do need to stack that up for, Oh, wow! I forgot that I had downloaded this. Oh, Words with Friends! That's actually a legit idea. Hold on, wait a second. That's actually not a terrible idea. We can do words on stream. Let's see. See if I can pull it up before this timer finishes. Stream. Okay, got it. All right. Here's what we can do. Let's see. Studio mode. Okay. Now we got it. All right, Greg. I shall hold down the fort. Hold on one second. "13 minutes. Okay. Let me actually, can I move you? I can move words. Nah. You don't do that. You just keep it up until I hear the sound. Nerd. Okay. I can't type. Typing is hard. I don't know if that's a word. Okay, we'll try again. Actually, let me do this. There we go. Now that's proper. I didn't have things in the text box. Hang on. Uh, for real, it won't take that one? Okay, sometimes you gotta enter it more than once. Gauge? Dredge is a good one. Or dreg. Oh, we were so close. Let me check. Let me check the download progress. Okay, we got 11 minutes. I immediately thought Looney Tunes. Oh, villain is a good one. Vile's a good one. Yeah, the letters aren't cooking. Yeah, it's true. Oh, mom is calling. Hold on. Oh. Level 2! Let's go! Okay, let me check. 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes to crush level 2, Greg. Well, level 3, actually. Yes. Okay. I gotta remember to put my cursor in the text box. Type it in there twice if it misses it. I learned that while you were gone. Oh, you beat me to space. Mm, Seep. Seep is a good one. Um, oh, it almost spelled out escape right there. That's funny. um, that is not what I meant to type. Greg and I are thinking the exact same things. This is so funny. We were so close. Okay. Let me check our progress. Let's see. $88 seconds. Let's check it. It always takes longer to download than it does for it to install. I don't know what's up with hardware, or specifically PlayStation hardware, for that to happen, but that's always what happens for me. I have no idea. And then sometimes when you're downloading games, the copying situation is like the worst. Like, why are you copying? What's the need? It's already here. There's no need. Right. It takes forever. It's the worst. Like, me and my NASA internet, there's no reason that these things should be taking this long. And yet here we are. I have no idea. Let me text her because she might have forgotten, or either that or she's taking a nap. Let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta put the picture of the car that I saw at the allergist today in chat for y'all. Cause that was an experience. I'll drop it after I text Daisy. No, it's not a Cybertruck. It's something that I have a lot of questions about. Let's see. General chat. I'll drop it in general chat. Why not? Okay, I dropped it in general chat. We just pulled up and saw a whole Deadpool car with someone's name on the windshield. I was like, but why? What is this? I was like, why? I literally screamed when I saw it. I was like, Mom, wait, why? What? All right, let me pause the music. We will get going on the Genshin. I was like, I feel like I'm being punked right now. All right. Have a good dinner. Now it's accurate to the timeline. Please load me in where we left off. Please load me in where we left off. Please load me in where we left off. Pretty please. Pretty please. With chocolate sprinkles on
Seems like
top.
we were just sent a strange book. It does have a really nice cover, though. Oh, Paimon's really curious. Let's read it and see what it's about.
Okay, but I want to finish. I want to finish the Archon quest. Ah!
Toodaloo.
Like, that's great and everything. Summer event in a second, but I would like to finish things first. Okay, brought me back up into the cutscene. This is a good recap, at least.
You.
Oh, we have a review button now. How nice.
Sorry.
Oh, we just hide
That
dialogue
shocked
boxes to take
expression on your
pictures
face
now?
is just too amusing. I
Interesting.
couldn't help myself.
This is just for taking pictures, huh?
You are
That's
not
nice.
Farina. Who are you?
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the god.
Focalor. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe, now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor.
They fixed
Although,
the
looking back now,
auto playing
it
thing.
was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Farina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her.
That line
All
is
part
so
of the
funny
plan,
to
of
me.
course.
Anyway,
The plan
so
to
then I
deceive
cursed
the
her.
heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Farina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy. Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Farina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for her.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500 years, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
That's so sad about Fiorina. I came into contact with Fiorina's tears. I remember correctly, tears with sufficiently hydro sensitivity, I can form an emotional connection just like I did with the Oceanid at the Fountain of Lucine. Wait, could this be Fiorina's inner world? Fiorina? What's she doing on stage? Wait a moment, that probably isn't Fiorina, that's her inner self. If I can directly speak to that self, I might be able to easily get what I wanted to know. I came here for answers. Either way, this opportunity is not to be missed. Let me try talking to her. Okay. Here we go. Can I... Gonna make me walk the stairs? That's a little She looks so sad. Does she know she's cursed?
Oh, who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self, but I must ask you to keep to the rules.
Come on, it's me.
All right. It is not my intent to
Don't
reprimand
look at
you.
me, don't look at
There is
me.
no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance.
But I don't see an audience here.
Oh, do not jest.
Just let the stage
Can
light
you
go,
not feel
please,
it?
if only for 1 second. That's her real self.
I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontanians are upon
I
me.
can become myself
I must
again.
at all.
Something's off. No getting through to her. Even in her heart of hearts, she's still playing the role of Hydro Archon. What sort of resolve must she have that even her inner self and subconscious would have such impenetrable defense? I have to find a way. We're gonna anime protagonist her. We're gonna talk no jutsu. We're gonna beat her up subconsciously. I guess. Maybe.
Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
This is a pretty cool fight.
Stabilize.
Guys.
Okay. Be prepared. Be prepared.
The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Time to go.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power.
Gather.
See? Go.
Okay. That's all the spotlights turned off in Fiorena's heart. They must have symbolized the eyes of the people on her. Speaking of which, I think I just received some sort of signal. Was that her true voice? A trinket? How did that end up here? Oh, a ticket. Either way, it looks like the show's about to begin. In that case, show me how you truly feel, Fiorina. Scene 1, before a mirror, Fiorina. Is this like a silent film? I'm scared. Okay. Can we run? No, we're just stuck on that slow, dramatic walk, huh?
Farina. Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you? Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you. Wait a moment. You're... mirror me? How can this be? Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that. Mirror me? What do you wish to say? The prophecy. Have you heard of it? What prophecy? Wait. I know. I think. I don't know why, but it's in my head somehow. The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away. Oh, very good. You know it well. What's going on? I can't seem to remember anything clearly. The only thing I know for sure is this prophecy. Will it really come to pass? Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. Things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it. But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontainian just like them. Will I dissolve too? Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. It is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat. Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer? But if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side, and my pain on the other, is it not obvious where the scales should tilt? You truly are the perfect human. My ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you. Huh? Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon. Play as a god? That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost. But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being exposed. Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like. Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity. I'm still not sure I understand, but I'll try. I'll try to do this.
So did she just do jujitsu on everyone else's brain?
Play this role? To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends. But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial, and everyone will be saved.
A trial, huh? How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it.
Oh my gosh, this sweet baby. Scene 2, Ascension speech. Okay. I guess we're gonna see how she became everything that she became, huh? Okay, there's stairs back here. I was like, how am I supposed to get up there?
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Verena de Fontaine, your new Archon. In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalor, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice.
Oh.
Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest.
Oh.
What's the difference between her and an ordinary person, then?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Verena. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play. Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering, if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Her personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before. Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful. Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when
This
it
is
blooms
so
amid
interesting
sin.
being inside her thoughts like this. Turn up
The
the
scales
drama.
of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its god. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine. There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
Okay, drama. Where are we going?
Lady Farina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now. Was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to Neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
That's true. I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial I await. It will come one day.
Lady Farina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm. All right. Deoteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family, too. He is doing much better now. In fact, he's far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who forced me to seek an audience with you, and to bring your words back to him.
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes every so often, while not usual practice, should serve as a fine change of pace.
You're such a gentle and wise god. Thank you once again, on behalf of my son.
How sweet. I can't get over this.
Lady Farina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the specific parameters you asked to take note of, I'm afraid things still don't look good.
I see. It's as I thought, then. as your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your human wisdom would allow you to analyze it. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass. Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
Well, as I understand it, the Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
Really? Have they found anything?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Oh, is that so? Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods, after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy.
Okay, what have we missed? Ah, bed.
The day is finally over. I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time. But it's good to see that everything's getting on track. There are no longer any voices of suspicion. Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going, and everyone will be saved. All right, Farina, don't think too hard about this. We need rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Opera House, Fiorina. Okay.
Lady Farina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Lady Farina, I've waited so long for this chance to see you in this manner.
Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute. I don't think I let anything slip today. I must show the people that there is nothing to worry about. I just don't know when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today, too.
Poor baby. $1,800. Oh my God.
It's like a dream being able to speak with you up close like this. I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame d'Oteria, almost
20 generations ago? What? Oh my God, I would be exhausted.
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer. A descendant of a line most ardent.
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Farina.
She sounds like she's crying.
My lady?
What is it, good citizen?
She's crying, isn't she?
Are you crying?
Uh-huh. Oh, really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No wonder. No wonder. a manifestation of your power, then... Oh, Archon, I am honored to have
Oh
witnessed
my
it.
god, I feel so bad.
So interminable. So lonely. Just how much longer? Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more. I never imagined that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tears. I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. But would that not destroy all I've done so far? I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
Fiorina and who?
Farina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone.
Oh,
Although
me!
I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone. Your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Is that my voice from the scene where we did the giant magic box? This is great. I didn't think that this scene would
Share
replay in her mind, but
That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? Yes. I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case... He's right. I could confide in him, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay the price. No, Farina. You shouldn't be selfish. But what if it's really alright? Farina, you've worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once.
oh,
Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows? Surely it could not hurt. If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again. Think about it long and hard. No, I have nothing to say. I am Farina, the Archon of Fontaine. Everything will surely get better. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Fine.
ooh, that was a nasty fine. And the curtain has fallen.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along.
She's been inside the Oratrice this whole time. I'm
taking
screaming.
Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth.
Okay.
In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
What?
You have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Farina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the Oratrice. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia, and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
She said, I'm
so
going down and y'all are going
death
with
was
me.
for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course.
What?
In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
I knew my boy was the original. Sir, take your place. Come on now.
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked.
Oh. This is sad.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea. and the heavenly principle stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontanians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence. Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on, that should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontanians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Neuvillette, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too. At last. I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalors. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
Oh my god, I feel some type of way. She deserves to live. She was so smart.
The curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
And just like that, Furina turned from my most annoying god to a favorite. How did that happen, bro? Wait, does that mean she dies too? They're both dead? Oh, I hurt. Ow. Ow. Okay, she's kinda still alive. Okay, we're still alive. Thank you, Furina, for all you've done. From this moment on, please live happily as a human. Okay, just as I wish we could. Oh my god. Whoa. Okay, voice acting.
I, Iudex Neuvillette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Oh my god, this is gorgeous. Ah, my heart. Ouch. That was so bittersweet. What the frick?
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Neuvillette is angry.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
Nah, he got it.
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal
Yum.
with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from that creature. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry.
You obtained power just now?
Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice.
You mean me?
The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine. The beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring Narwhal. Come
The
with
thing
me,
is
traveler.
named Narwhal. I'm screaming.
The hour of execution has come.
I'm coming, Neuvillette. Okay, we coming. We riding till dawn. Okay. Whoa. Holy cow. Okay.
Huge!
I have already done my best to separate the power of the Primordials. Considering the size of this, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for an opening together.
How do we fight the thing?
I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Gather!
Okay. I'm freaking out.
Stabilize!
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility, and a chance will present itself.
Okay.
Solidify!
Alrighty then. Okay. Wait. Oh my god, this is insane.
Why is there a hole-looking thingy over there? It looks really scary.
Oh my god.
No, my sword! It's over!
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
I will have order.
be careful. There's so much happening right now.
Rain outlines of fate. Let me weave you a
I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I did that, but we're working it. Oh my god. Wait, you're the one that took my twin. You're the one that took my twin. Who?
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. Should have been my job, but...
Oh, that's not her. Okay. I'm gonna stand down.
To be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
Your master's pet?
That power. Who are you exactly?
Hyman has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak.
Okay, I see where he gets it from.
On the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals.
What sort of person would take the all-devouring narwhal as a pet?
I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks.
Okay, I like her. I need to go use the bathroom, so I will be right back and we will dissect her. The bones of your enemies are required to perform such rituals. So I wasn't destroying skeletons for nothing. See, y'all, this is why you destroy everything. Did this man just interrupt a foul legacy?
If you have been wronged, we will find the truth.
What is happening right now?
Must be upheld.
Oh my god!
Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleaning?
Seer? Mom? Is already know. Wait. Stop! He's alive. I thought he died. For real. Hi, Mr. Cordova. How are you, friend? Donut, please. I'm running off of pure instinct right now. Donut, why are you surprised by this? You should know.
Right? I don't know why you're not surprised. Is this the part you said would be devastating? Because this isn't devastating. This is living.
For this. Oh my god, I am droid baby! Yay! What are we doing? What are we doing, bestie? Elias, what? Also, do we see this? They're glitching. They're dancing. Someone clip this. They're dancing. They're dancing to the battle music. Look at this. Okay. I don't have the permission to go where? Oh my god! Oh my god! What the heck, bro? Hold on. Wait. Well, mom just confettied the crap out of me. Congratulations. Happy Valentine's Day, Pete. Ain't no more. It's all gone. Back and clean this shit up.
All you done was make passable dirt soup.
Brock,
You
it's
know,
okay.
Brock
No,
is
it ain't.
right. Brock is
This
on
ain't
to
right.
something.
All the pieces ain't welding together true. Like, what's with him calling you Loki anyway? You know that ain't his name. Hey! I'm talking to you! You never shut up!
Pull the face.
Let go of the boy and face me.
Tell your brother to throw me the mask and you've got a deal.
Freya? If he dies...
No. Wasn't part of the plan, but if he dies, we are square for Heimdall. And honestly, you got a bargain.
I will kill you. Plan on that.
Mm-hmm. So nice spending time with you again.
Freya, please.
Can't be in two places at once, Frig.
No.
Period.
I didn't want this. I did not want this. Dude, this was all their fault. They've done this to us, to our family.
Thank you! Oh, no. We don't cry out here. We get
like I
ready to
gotta
throw
do
hands
everything
and then
around
we
here.
cry later. Let's go. Oh, the poor cow. The poor cow is just constantly getting shot in the neck. Why are you trying to protect your brethren? What?
Oh.
What? This is the most glitchy occurrence of my life I've ever seen. I'm Rachel, we're back.
All in all, it fails as a pet.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being?
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, child's master's master. Wait, is that right?
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
Sertologi, okay. Who?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfulnir then? Or Gold Rhindaughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhindaughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Oh, so you do know that name.
So
To be
Albedo's
honest, I also heard
mom?
all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhindaughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Okay.
Didn't you also mention a visionary person? Hyman didn't quite catch their name.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos.
Oh,
In
great.
other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
There's little to be surprised about, Paimon. It's natural. After all the prophecies, should eventually knew this and accepted it. However,
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
that's true. It's already done.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne.
Only Furina will remain, weeping on her throne. Ah! Wait!
Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Wait! Hold on, no. Hold on. Everybody's not dead though, right? Right? Exactly, that's what I thought.
Help! Over here!
All hands
This is so insane. I like have no words.
Hurry! Hey, lend a hand!
Where's Beta when you need her? We need a pirate ship. I'm not kidding. Oh, everything's okay.
Dissolved. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Yay!
The prophecy was wrong.
You did it, babes. What a trooper. Oh my god. My heart. It's in pieces.
The Soul Renewed. The Spina di Rosula talks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Spina di Rosula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it. Skyship Winglet, lunar brain of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify him and his team. Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
They might have been real big shots from the start. We just didn't meet them in that capacity.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With the disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down. The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship, while Navia is leading people in the reconstruction of their home. I'm sure that these stories could draw even your well-traveled eye.
Paimon's curious too! Wait a minute. Didn't we watch everything happen from start to finish? What's there to be curious about?
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best incubators of news, if you haven't noticed. And also, with you around, I'm sure I'll get to see that Duke.
Are you sure? Hasn't he turned you down several times already?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on, let's head to Poisson first, and then make a trip to the fortress. There are some things you'll only know when you get there.
Oh my god. I have no words for this storyline. I'm like shook. I don't know what to say. I feel a little sad, but also I'm happy that the people are okay. It's like
With the wind.
Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snežević. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours.
I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats.
Oh my god. That's so out of pocket for him to say as a Fatui.
Could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Huh? You're here too, Clorinde?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Clorinde, at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile.
How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment.
Paimon was like, don't lie to me.
All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Clorinde.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
You already knew she was going?
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Nervillette, and he told you, right?
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the Fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Wriothesley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first.
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
Okay, we're going to the Fortress of Meripede. Also, with Neuvillette having his own god power situation going on, you know, and with Fossil Lord dead, we didn't get to ask her about our sister at all. That just dawned on me in the middle of this conversation. Like, sorry y'all if I'm being quiet while I'm just absorbing everything that just happened in front of my face. We got to help people, yes, that's great. But once again, we've been met with no information from the Archon. Poor Traveler, man. I need to find that statue of 7. Can I maybe start this way and then go out? Oh, it's actively raining. Great. I see the statue. Oh, come on. Hang on a second. Party setup.
Sounds good to me.
Silly churl Bill.
It's not enough height. Seeing her statue now is just gonna make me sad. I hate it here.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Oh.
Duke! Did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
Aww.
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to be published on the cover of the Steambird?
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier,
Sir,
They are
please
so
don't say
together.
things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on. The boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend. Still, if I might ask,
Traveler's
where's that
face.
flying ship now?
Huh. Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive scoop.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
She really does know how to squeeze opportunities for all they're worth.
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
Did you really have to use the word couple?
Come on, they're together. I believe it.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen this kind of thing before. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
Ah, Siegeween.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on, Miss Siegeween. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Sure. Do I have to smile?
Oh.
So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurrier? Miss Lurvine?
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun. Not that you would want that, which is a pity.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two. I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
He sure did win them over, huh?
Wow.
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey everyone, the photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
There'll be a next time?
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. Until then. All right. Last stop, the docks.
We're starting back at the beginning. I was about to say, this is the longest wait for an elevator in a game I've ever had. Oh, this way. Oh, are they leaving?
They really are here! How did you know?
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
Paimon.
Define winning, Greg. We saved the people of Fontaine, sort of.
Would you like a magic
Sort
pocket?
of.
What sort of gadget is it?
This was such a bittersweet Archon quest in comparison to all the other
The water
ones.
level has returned to normal. But if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
So, like, by comparison, Fiorina is not the actual Archon, but she is. She's like... She's like the split. There's the divinity of the Hydro Archon, and then there's the human parts of her, and she basically split herself in two so that Fiorina could, like, continue to be the Hydro Archon in her stead. But also, the Hydro Archon is, like, dead. She died. To save her people from this, like, drowning catastrophe. And, like, Nouvelette has all the powers of the dragon and stuff now, which is cool. He's basically, like, head person now. So I guess in that case, it's a win. But, like, the people of Fontaine still drowned. They had their natural disaster. They just didn't dissolve. And so people still died. I'm like, is this winning? I don't know.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
And to top it all off, we
just make a friend
still
like
don't
Fernand,
have
Isn't that right?
any answers about our twin. And we can't ask the Archon because the Archon is dead. So we're just here.
Is this what you meant by I'll help you make some more friends?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Sure. Please.
Fremine is so dang
down my
cute.
address.
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine socialize.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
I mean, the people are alive and the land isn't, like, drowned. So, like, that's a win. And, like, Nouvelette, the original dragon of the land, has all his godlike power back. So that's a win. But it's just like, I actually like this Archon and you fridged her. I don't like it. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Like, she's the first Archon that we have that's, like, dead. Like, there aren't gonna be any more after her. She was like, nah, I'm killing the Hydro God as a concept, wiping it from existence. Good luck with that.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Per as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says she wants to take a picture of us.
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is
Every
rather
time I
persistent.
see those robot
She got rid of
policemen on the
everyone
corner,
moment
I
she realized I had
cringe.
something to say to you.
They just look like someone could take them over and use
how
them for
things been,
nefarious
traveler?
purposes. I'm doing
Father
okay,
says that you did
I
a great
guess.
deal during the latest events.
I don't
She's
know.
very
I'm
grateful
a
for your
little
contributions to
heartbroken.
Fontaine.
That's all right. We were more than happy to help. So, what's she doing now?
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. Well,
Yeah, what is your father
after
doing?
Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Neuvillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
I beg you. He just gave her the gnosis. I mean, now the question remains. Does that gnosis still work the way that it's intended to, given the fact that the Hydro Archon and all her previous future incarnations, much like Korra did to the Avatar state in Legend of Korra, are dead? Does it still work the same way? I have so many questions.
A diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it. It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down.
Ah, yes, that's right. And Child is still in the primordial sea, apparently with his master from the chasm. God knows when we're gonna see him again. And I don't think that we're gonna like what we see either.
Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
That's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about. Doesn't this seem a bit irresponsible?
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Neuvillette has had a significant change of heart regarding the matter.
So there's some reason for this that only Neuvillette knows about?
The gnosis doesn't work in the same way. I'm willing to bet.
Ah, yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the entrance to the Fortress of Meripede a while back.
I will ask him myself, and he better not beat around the bush about it. This is insane.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have the time for that. But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
I bet it did. Well, I guess I can now call him one of my war buddies.
When you think about it, we've had loads of...
Can we? I don't know about that.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the Traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
Are you going to take the gnosis?
She put her villain shoes back on. Okay. All right.
That is our duty as harbingers, yes.
We're done playing nice. Fine. Okay.
Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, it is inevitable that we must wear many masks. Switching my masks is something I've always done.
Will you keep to your
That depends on
position?
many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever? As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Actually, I just remembered something. Please help us deliver this. We're giving her child vision. Are we sure about that? Okay. Okay, fine.
A vision? All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this entire time.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh? You're...
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
She sounds so unimpressed.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable. Farewell.
Can't wait to fight you at a later time, I guess.
Oh, she has
Probably.
such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This'll be more than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
To move things about?
What does it
That's
do?
right. Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met too. And I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends. All right then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day, you two.
Can we go talk to Nouvellette now?
Shall we go see how Nouvlette's doing?
Thank you.
He's not so busy that he doesn't have time to chat anyway.
I have so many questions that I need answers to, and he's probably gonna give me zilch. But, you know, we have to try. Sarcasm. Pain. Also, we don't get to talk to Fiorina either. I like legit want to hug her. She needs a hug. I don't know how else to describe it.
The entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there!
Paimon, did you expect him not to be there? I'm scared. Oh my god. Okay, here we go.
So, you really are here, Nouvellette! I didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
Can he even say?
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
Okay. He did tell them. Alright. Focalor deceived the heavenly principles and used Farina's endless performance to save Fontaine.
So
yes.
that's what happened?
I only saw Farina's part myself.
Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontainians from dissolving.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone.
You could say it was at that moment the Fontainians were finally truly born.
Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Focalor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too!
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask.
Uh-huh.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
About the initial child.
Many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring narwhal.
Okay.
But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. At most, he would have had tangential liability. As for the judgment passed by the oratrice during the trial, whether it was due to that liability by association or Focalor deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off, I cannot say.
Guess Focalor had Fontainians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was thanks to her that they finally became real humans.
Focalor is the best Archon other than Zhongli, and no, I will not be answering for.
Were the children they had also transformed Oceanids?
Well, I have to do my girl Raiden Shogun, right?
Do you recall how Fontainians would often
so
come
far
to
the girl
Fountain of Lucine to pray for
Archons
children?
are killing their jobs,
The fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine.
and the boys are being
In truth, even those couples did not know that
suspicious.
such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
Paimon sorta gets it now. Either way, it seems like this ritual won't be of any further use, but it'll probably live on as a local custom.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Okay. Fontaine's future.
About that, Risley said Farina has already left. What's that all about?
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest. Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House. Not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay, right?
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal.
Right.
But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal life.
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full powers as the Hydro Dragon?
After Focalor passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function. This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts. From now on, I shall hear cases and pass verdicts by myself.
Isn't that what the Hydro Archon of Justice is supposed to do in the first place?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Iudex shall coexist within my person. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
That's true. That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it? Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay. Where are they getting their energy from?
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Okay. Gnosis time.
Oh, that's right! They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something!
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power.
So it's still
As such,
functioning?
it has lost all meaning for Fontaine. If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now, and avoid unnecessary conflict.
Interesting choice.
What complicated considerations? Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of gratitude to the knave and as an apology to Child.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Okay, next stop on our journey.
You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume. I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land. As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
Isn't this the Fire Nation?
Dragons? You mean like you?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity. Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an undying flame.
Oh,
There is
drama
one other piece of
abound
information
then.
I got incidentally from my negotiations with the knave that I believe may be useful to you. The harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
The captain. Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui Harbinger doing their thing.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
He has no answers about our twin.
Still got a question about the Gnosis. When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
What is it?
In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Oh.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as well, all right, Nervalet?
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
Of course. How could I forget?
What is it?
You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
Huh. According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
Oh, what?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts. And my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
You froze?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know.
Hang on. I think we're having issues. Dropped frames. 0. Let me check stream for myself just to make sure that we're good. You can never be too safe out here in the streets. Okay. Okay, we're good on Twitch. And we're good on YouTube. So as long as we're good, I think we're okay. Yeah. Try refreshing.
If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
Next time? You believe we will meet again?
Yeah. Okay,
I
I checked stream just in case there was something wrong.
I
Glad
have a
that you're
disciple
back.
of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
Wait, who? Who, the fork?
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information on to you.
That's strange.
The third descender? So that's what the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant to say.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Fatui.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it
So
here.
Fontaine is collecting all those Gnosis and it's just gonna bring them misfortune? What? Wait. Third descender. Traveler's the fourth. Our twin? The remains of our sister? What? Huh? I'm so confused. One, that the Gnosis are related to descenders, and 2, the one who came before me has already died.
I guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third descender.
So who's the third?
I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. That does sort of count as special.
So our sister's not the third? She should be the third.
About this stuff right now.
We're twins.
Creepy.
That's how numbers work.
The dead third descender and all.
Don't worry, I won't die so easily.
But this topic still feels like bad luck.
I think our sister might die though.
Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or first master and get the answers that way.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
Alright. Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yes. All of Focalor's efforts were for this moment as well.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will.
Can you understand the will of the
I
gods?
suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
Oh my god! What a quest! I feel like my heart has been ripped out. I feel like my heart has been ripped out, and I've been in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. I feel like Traveler has just given in to the fact that we're not gonna learn anything else about our twin. Wait, Imagineering Theater. What is this? Sacrifice demanded by magic is in, that's in Mondstadt. Oh! We still have another Archon quest to do. Okay, let's let's do it then. Focused experience mode, that's also really different. Teleport. I like the fact that we can enter focus mode so that we won't be interrupted by other quests and things like that. That's nice.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
This, this could turn into something real quick.
Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
That would be me.
Us for sure.
Flattery will get you everywhere with Paimon, but I can't guarantee we'll be able to complete it either.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
That's weird.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
True, that would be a little
In
strange.
any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
All right then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
I don't know if Paimon sounds different in this one, but she does. Wait, those are 2 stars. Are we about to run into another twin situation? Did I talk the whole twin situation up?
We made it to Vimara village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara village.
Ah, so you're here about that, then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, guess you're really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
So 3 questions are no good then. Is there anything else you could tell us?
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know? We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
All right, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand.
And y'all know this and never bothered to ask this boy's name?
I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've
These
started
villagers
talking
have
about
certainly
him,
made a
you don't seem
choice.
Nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. Just hope nothing bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
You know that never happens, Paimon.
He's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. All right, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Huh?
Oh, we gotta climb. This village is so fun. It's okay, we go over to this side. Wait, it says lower. Where is he? Oh, okay, he's over here.
It's that guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but
They just can't remember. That is so weird.
No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out. Well, Traveler, what do you think?
There's probably more to this case than meets the eye. A lot of things aren't adding up.
Too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories.
So you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memory?
Could it be like what happened with the great Lord
You two are the
Rukadevada?
adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yep, sure
Yep.
are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
I'm sure we'll track him
Yeah,
down.
no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time.
Was this
never
mysterious
realizing
person
how
her
long it had
boyfriend
been.
or something? A friend?
I was actually adopted by the people of Vamar village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
I think I get what you mean. That's what
Really?
family's for.
You know exactly how I feel?
I used to have someone like that, a family member that I could talk to no matter what. Now I have a lot of friends who understand me and would be happy to hear me out.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow. You two must have been really close.
Mm-hmm.
Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
What if he's like a ghost or
Still
something?
Not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
Don't say that. You helped us understand him
The
better.
last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
It was always the same time of day and never seemed to pass. Based on what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. What if Tosa just told us about the time could be the key to unraveling this whole mystery?
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange? The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Oh!
Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Well.
Solidify!
Life goes on. Orders given, orders received.
Clouds high. The birds call.
You know what? Who has the wrong person for this fight? You know what? We're getting there though. Oh, there's more of them. Lovely.
Gather. This is order.
Higher, higher, hands on fire!
Solidify.
Go.
As one with wind and cloud.
Gather. Solidify.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
It was no trouble.
The question we should be asking now is, what is the Abyss Order doing around here?
Now that I think about it, the healing trolls around Vilmara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vilmara village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers. Wait a second. That person... It's Dainsleif!
Oh my god, Dainsleif! Hi there! I don't know if I should be happy to see you or not.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. Well, see you later.
Yep, see you later, Atosa! Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
That's true.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
We're also on their trail, but I'll admit we ran into them on accident.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilichurl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Well, let's see what we can learn from the villagers, and after that, you owe us many answers.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk. Ah, so that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara Village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well then, how about the intel you promised me?
That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I want to have faith in her.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedderfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but
that's one of the people that Child's
my older brother.
Whoa. Okay, that's one of the people that Child's fellow mentee play sister. What do you call someone you've been stuck in the abyss with since childhood? Yeah, she mentioned that person. It's his older brother. There's sibling drama all over the place with this game.
Brother?
What happened between the two of you? Was it really... What really happened in Conria back then?
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Conria.
Okay.
The wise Roptatir. The visionary Vedderfolnir. Gold Rhindaughter. The foul Sertalogi. And Rehir of Solnari, Rerir. No matter how eroded my memory
So we
may
all
become,
know this now.
I will never forget their names.
Okay.
One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Oh, you got Batman level beef with these men.
Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo.
Right.
Sertalogi is Skirk's master.
Uh-huh, and Child.
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedderfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Somehow everything is connected. If that's true, then the stone slates we found in the ruin in Fontaine, the ones that outline Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely Wolfenir's doing as well.
They were once people of great esteem in Conria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
And then my sibling came into contact with your brother.
If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
It must be hard for you to talk about all this, but thank you for telling me.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
I believe him.
Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable.
Okay.
My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
And one of the things that flows through the ley lines are memories.
Then our commission here in Vamara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
Memories, ley lines, the Loom of Fate. The missing person that doesn't seem to exist. What's the connection
It's
between
certainly
all
possible.
this?
I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Is time passing on its own? Oh my god. I need a place to pause.
Oh, so tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
I didn't sleep well either. My brain's a mess.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's find someone we can raid. Let's see. Who is on for us to raid? I see that Diva is on. I see that Tiffany is on. Let's raid Diva. Why not? It's been a hot minute since we raided her. Are you good to do the raid command, Greg, or shall I? What is this button on the chat? Oh, cheers. All right. Let me grab Diva's info. I got you. I know who we're rating. Here we go. Let's do Diva. Okay. All right, lovely people. I'm sending y'all over to the lovely diehard Diva, okay? Be sure to give her all the good vibes for her stream. She's playing some Tomb Raider. I will see y'all back here on the Twitch for Turnabout Thursday. If you're over on YouTube and you had a good time, thanks for hanging out. Join us over here on Twitch for Turnabout Thursday, because we don't do Turnabout Thursdays on YouTube. But yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye.